In this video, I want to walk you through one last item in R, and then I want to walk you through what you will submit for Analytics Activity 1. So far, we have worked with R to where we imported an Excel file and we changed the name of that Excel file before importing it. And then we installed two different packages, summary tools, and then whatever that package was for being able to import Excel data. And then I walked you through going to packages and looking for summary tools and clicking on the checkbox so that it will activate that package that we installed. And then I showed you a couple of different pieces of code to execute within the console. So there was this for installing summary tools. And then there was another one for, if I can get down to it, there's one for looking at the frequency of a categorical variable. For this tutorial, for this part of the tutorial, I want to use a script file. We want to use a script file in most cases because it's more efficient to run commands that way. So starting from this point forward, we will use script files for the assignments in this class. A script file allows you to create a series of R commands that you can edit and save. It prevents having to retype a command every time you make a mistake. It also allows you to save a record of your commands and can be used in future R sessions. So for me, when I already have completed many different analytics projects using R, and so using scripts in R. And so when I need to do something again, I just find those pieces of code and run those again. So I don't have to try to keep remembering, oh, what do I need to do? Because in the end, depending on what kind of data we're dealing with and what kind of analytics steps we want to take, after a while, there's going to be a few common ones that you will keep running if you work somewhere. And so it'll be good to have those handy, and script files are the way to go about doing that. So we are going to use script files. And in addition to using a script file, I want to talk about adding comments to our code. So to add a script file, we go to this plus icon where if you hover over it, it'll say new file and you'll have many options. The one that you want is R script. And from there, I want to go ahead and let's see, file, save, so that we can save this script file. Let's put your last name on there. Analytics activity 1 script. And then save. Of course, change last name to your last name, right? Click on save. And if you go to files, that'll be one of your files on there. So there's the R script. Now, the thing about working online with this script is that it's not going to save automatically. So you want to ensure that you click on this save icon every now and then or go to file, save. Okay, so first thing I want to put on there is a comment. And it's good practice to include comments that explain what your script is doing and also to list any packages needed. So that way, when you go back to this code, you're going to know exactly what it's for. Or if somebody was checking code after yourself, then they will also know what's going on. And then in this classroom environment, I'm also going to see what your code is about. And to create a comment, we start with the # or the hashtag symbol, and then we write our comment. So we'll just say script file for analytics activity 1. There we go. So moving forward, when you create your script, I would like to see comments like this. And then for the next line, as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, we want to mention any packages that we use. So this script requires the summary tools package. And what we're going to do for this script file is we will just run the same 2 lines of code that we did in the console. So we'll just go to the next line, or I skipped a line. Library, no, not library. I was looking at this stuff right here. We want to do this. Or actually, you know what? That's correct. I should have trusted my muscle memory there. My library. So we're not going to quite use the same lines of code that we did in earlier tutorials. This line right here, library and then summary tools, this command ensures that the summary tools package is activated. And so we already went through the process of installing the package using this code right here. So there's no reason to repeat it. However, if you were going to do everything through the script instead of down here in the console, you would put install packages summary tools. And then you would put this next line to ensure that it is activated. And then the next thing we want to do is that code for running a frequency distribution on a specific categorical variable. So let me just scroll down to this line right here. And I'll just go ahead and copy that and paste it here. All right, so those were the 2 things that I wanted to put in this script file. So I'll go ahead and save that, and we will execute this. And before we do that, I want to go ahead and clear the console so we could remove all the other information from earlier tutorials. And I did that by clicking on this broom icon. So now there's nothing on there. And the best thing to do when it comes to scripts is to run it line by line, excluding any comments, because those won't matter. That's the whole point of comments, is that they're not meant to execute. And so we'll start with this one. And with the line selected, you click on run. Okay. And then the next one is this, and we'll run that one. And we got the same results as the last time. So I'll save that one more time just to ensure that it's all correct. And the last step, so that you will be able to submit what you did for this R Posit Cloud portion, is to output the script file, because you'll be submitting that to me. So we go here. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I had to pause that for a second. So click there, go to more, and then export. And from there, you can change the file name, but it should be the form that I had you complete with your last name and then analytics activity 1 script.r. You'll download that. So it downloaded it as an R file in my downloads folder. So that's what you'll want to submit with this activity. And then there's one more submission to go with this one. If you look at the instructions, there's a section on there where it says what you will submit. So there's a script file from video 5, which is this one that you're watching right now. And then the other part is to complete the levels of measurement practice document the PDF for which the link for which is right here, right below the variables and levels of measurement PDF that we took a look at in an earlier video. So this practice PDF has 30 questions on there where you will indicate what level of measurement each item is, each variable. Is it nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio? And I put answers on the last page. I forgot to take that out, but just take note that the answers are not on the last page. I will let you know what the answers are after you complete this section. All right, so that is what we have for Analytics Activity 1. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions.